Online students, can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, ma'am, can hear.
All right, thank you. So, hmm, I'm Arishma Shankar, and I have done my BSc in psychology. And I'm planning well. So, I need to know your name, a small introduction about yourself, your name, your background, your school, and what your future plan was. So, you can start. Hmm. 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 So what are your future plans? Like, what business stream you are going to select? What are you planning to be a teacher or a lecturer? Okay. So you are Shimla. You are Okay. You are from them. Okay. Hmm. Teacher. Alright. Kurunagaram. Kurunagaram. From Kurunagaram to here, you're traveling. So future plans like you're planning to do a teaching. Okay. So online students.
My name is Dina Umesha
Hmm.
from Puntland.
Okay.
Mm,
What is your school and what is the future plans you have to?
now I'm at home. I'm hoping to be a teacher. Because of that only,
Okay.
thank you.
Others?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
I am Riska
Hmm.
from Betiklo.
Hmm.
Now I am in Qatar.
Oh,
Now currently, I didn't any work. I am a
okay.
housewife.
Hmm.
Inshallah, I want to be a teacher.
Teach. Okay. Thank you. Others?
Hi, ma'am. I'm
Hi.
Nishanth from Badulla.
Hmm.
I'm housewife.
Hmm.
I want to be a teacher in future.
Teacher in future. Okay. Thank you. One more left.
Hi, Miss.
Hi.
I am Dushanti from Demodara.
Hmm.
I am be teaching.
All right. Is there anything that you would like to know about me or about any of your future plans or anything? Is there anything before starting the session you would like to talk? Anything? Online students, is there anything? I'm from Nigam. Online students, is there anything to ask from me? All right, so let's start the session. So, yeah, can I know what is the diploma you're doing? Like the early childhood, only early childhood and teacher training. Okay, so do you know what is early childhood? Any idea? Early child. Um, childhood. What is early? Beginning, yeah. Beginning of a period could be that is early. Starting of a period. Starting of a period. So now, what is childhood? That is right. What are the stages do you know of the child? There are 5 stages. There are 5 stages. So the first one is, what is the first one? This is first stage. What do we call it? Infant. Infant, right? So the first stage is infant. Infant is around age 0 to 0 to 1. 0 to 1. And after that, after that, bro, yeah, what do we call that? Toddler. The age gap. Does anyone know? Hmm? 1 to? Yeah. 3 years. The next one? No idea. Kindergarten age. What do we call? Kindergarten age. Hmm? Toddler. Yeah, so at what stage? What is the stage we call? No, no. What? Yeah, so areas, right? Yeah, all of it. All of it. No, I mean, that's true. Do you have kids? Yeah, so you have to experience. Yeah, you can do it. So after toddler, after like 3 years, what is this stage? Yeah, the study stage. You know, what do we call that stage? Preschool. 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 So what is the age gap of a preschool? 3 to 4. And then and then after 5 years, what is the stage? stage. Grade like grade around 1 to 5. What is that? So after age of 6 to no wait, this should be up to 6. Okay, so about like years of 6 to 12. The other stage 6 to 12. So 12 to 18 is your adolescence, your teenage. So after that you are an adult. So this is your childhood. So if the last
Excuse
one
me,
is
ma'am.
sorry.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
your voice is not clear, ma'am.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
No, better.
Can you hear me? Yes.
Now, okay.
So I just need to know your name and your school and what I'm from Marvelous. Oh. And I studied at Hotel University. I'm married. Like to be a teacher. So you're after like all the minors? All of it. Okay. Okay. So after preschool, yes? 6 to 12 years. So now we are just going a brief through what is early childhood. Okay, so early in the sense they said like it's a beginning of a period, and it's a starting of a period. So when it comes to childhood, there is like 5 stages to cover in a childhood. Okay, so the first one is infant, which is 0 to 1 year, and then the toddler 1 to 3 years, and the preschooler 3 to 6 years. So there's 2 stages more, which is 6 to 12 is one stage, and 12 to 18 is one stage. So they are now figuring out what is the fourth and fifth stage. If you know, you can. After like 6 to 12, what is the stage that should be coming to childhood? So after 12 to 18, it's adulthood. Yeah. So there is infant, toddler, preschooler, and toddler. Preschooler. And after that, like 6 to 12 years. What do we call that kids? 6 to 12 years. It's their middle childhood. Yeah. Middle child. So the last one. Others. Oh.
So John,
You can write this down.
Hello, ma'am. What is happening there? Are you teaching? Because we can't hear anything.
Hi, ma'am. Rejoin.
I think there are no connection. I think.
Can I see the board now? Alright, students.
Yes, ma'am. Can see.
Alright. Take down the note. You can see now. Do you want to see what's on the screen? Okay, let's see. Online students, can you see the screen? Sorry, the whiteboard.
Yes, ma'am. Can see, but not clear the letters, sir.
Can I? Okay. Now,
Yeah, ma'am. Now can see.
is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes. Can anyone take a screenshot and put in chat? Guys, can anyone please? Can anyone screenshot the screen and put into the chat?
Ma'am, I put.
Ah, okay, thank you. Online students, are you okay?
Mm.
Online students, are you okay? Are you done?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we have done.
Oops. Okay, so okay, let's get it. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, so what is foundations of early childhood? What are the foundations? Any idea? Unless you can hear me, right?
Now better, ma'am.
Can hear, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So foundations of education is like education is a continuous and lifelong process through which individuals acquire knowledge, skills, values, attitudes, and habits. So, in the simplest form, what is education to you? What is education to you? Or listeners, you can also reply to me. What is education to you? Knowledge, yeah, the basic knowledge, right? So the education is not about only writing exams and doing presentations and everything. So that is that what we are taking about to our knowledge. Okay. So the second point is it is not limited to formal classroom learning, but also includes informal experiences gained from family, society, and daily life. Education helps individuals adapt to their environment and become responsible members of society. And then foundations of education refers to the underlying principles and factors that shape educational systems and practices. So at last, we have three like foundations of education, which is historical, philosophical, and sociological aspects. These are the three main foundations of education, and there is one more left, which is psychological education. So these are one of the three major foundations of educations to you in your module. Okay. So, sociological aspects that help educators understand why education exists, what should be taught, and how teaching should be carried. So, in historical is what is historical education? Like what is historical education? Like how our grandmothers, grandfathers like educated themselves, right? Yeah, all generation. How the all generation educators like teach them all and everything. So what is philosophical? What is philosophy? So philosophical is something like the form of telling that what should be taught. Okay. The philosophical foundation is like what should be taught. They delivers the idea of that. And the sociological is like the social environment and how we are interacting and how we are interacting with us like teachers, right? So the historical perspective. Historical perspective in education involves studying the development and evolution of educational systems over time. So now, apart from the historical, what has changed in education? What has been changed? Like in over time, what has been changed? Did they have like campus like us? No. So that yeah, the technology that has been changed, and yeah, teaching methods. Now we have this presentation, yeah, materials and all. Okay, so it helps us to understand how past practices, traditions, and reforms have influenced modern education. So it helps us to understand how past practices. What do you mean by past practices? Past practices in that sense, how they do practice in ancient times. Those are past practices. So now we have like ChatGPT, the AI software. So we have to like put whatever you want into that chat, and they will give. Yeah, technology. It's the basic technology, main thing. And what is known as traditions? So from ancient time, the traditions are way more completely different. Okay, now Now in here, in Sri Lanka or any other countries, the traditions are way more different. All right? And reforms have influenced modern education. Ancient education system, such as Gurukul system. Have you heard about Gurukul system? Yeah. All many years ago. I can't remember the exact year. Yeah. All generation. I can't remember the exact years, but all. Keep in mind that the all yeah. So yeah, focus on holistic development, including moral values, discipline, and life skills. So education was teacher-centered, and students live with their teachers, learn through observation, practice, and personal guidance. The education was fully based on teacher-centered. So up to 90% that is a teacher-centered method, and only like around remaining 10% is like individually, like you are talking themselves from AI softwares. Okay. So, by analyzing history, educators can identify successful methods and avoid past mistakes. So, from this, now, can you tell me like what is historical past perspective without looking at that? Online students, you can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am, can hear.
Oh. So, what changed the historical perspective to now? So you are in 2026 now. So what has been changed over 2 years according to the education? Yeah, now we have it. Yeah. And we have polythene. So those days they don't have polythene. Yeah, I think they don't have books also, right? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Practical. Put in the book, yeah. Very different. Yeah, school materials. So yeah, teaching methods is so different. Yeah. Yeah. Chalk and blackboard. Yeah. No platinums, yeah. The color pens and everything, yeah. Crayons and everything. To you? Nothing. So okay, apart from education, what do you like to say? Like similar, but it had to be connected to the education. You can say like apart from education, you can say anything, but it has to be connected to the education. Like how are you coming to? So I think that the ancient time doesn't have like car, like they have vehicles. They have bikes. Yeah. And train. Yeah. But yes, what we are talking. All ancient in the sense all. Then the vehicle about. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like if they are going on bus or train or what, they don't have vehicles in that day. Ancient. They had but not like in this developed, right? They had like like Lokodava, like that kinds of by walk, yeah. My mom used to say that they go to school by walk like 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. Now you have this, that you are going by this car, you are going by that car. You don't have that knowledge of like how we used to go and everything. My mom used to say. So yeah, medieval education. So during the medieval period, education was largely influenced by religion and was often limited to certain groups in the society. So in medieval period, I can't remember what's the years. Okay, so during the medieval, education was largely influenced by the religion. So some sort of religions doesn't like to send them child into the school or any education sectors. So the focus was mainly on religious texts, and access to education was restricted, which created inequality in learning opportunities. So there are mainly on religious sectors. So in various kinds of religions, like I hope Hindus and Islams during the wartime, they don't like to send the girls to school. Not about the boys, only the girls. Like in that period. So the focus was mainly on religious texts. Oh, sorry. Modern education. Modern education is characterized by structured system, formal institutions, and a standardized curriculum. It promotes inclusivity, equal opportunities, and the development of critical thinking, creativity, and practical skills needed for modern life. So, modern education is like formal institutions. Like now we are how we are. So there are universities to study degrees. So there are programs like after O levels you can do the foundation and you can do the degree and you can do graduations. So for now, I think for certificate level also you have the graduation now, right? So the technology has been developed in modern education. So the philosophical foundation. Philosophy on education refers to the study of fundamental ideas, beliefs, and values that guide educational practices. So philosophy in education refers to the study of fundamental ideas. The ideas they had. Okay? Beliefs and values that guide educational practices. So it helps answers important questions about the purpose of education, the role of teachers, and the methods of teaching and learning. So it's all about the purpose of education. So why are we studying? Okay, the role of teachers. Like you are about to think why are we studying, and we are here to teach you. Okay, and the methods of teaching and learning, and the methods like everyone has a different methods of learning, right? Now you can write, you can like take a photo and go home and right. So there are different methods of different people. So there are two types of philosophical foundation. One is idealism and the other is realism. So the idealism emphasizes the importance of ideas, values, and moral development. So idealism is importance of ideas. So now philosophical foundation is the importance of ideas, beliefs. So in here it's like categorized into two, and the one is here importance of ideas, values, and moral. So it focuses on the development of the mind and encourage teaching methods that promote ethical thinking, discipline, and character building. So teachers play a center role as guides and role models. So as teachers, we are here to guide you, right? So you know your own education method, like you know how to study. and we are here to guide them. So idealism is the importance of ideas. Any idea that you have, and what is the importance of that, and the values and the moral development. So realism focuses on the physical world and emphasizes learning through observation and experience. So in idealism, it's the importance of ideas, values, and in realism, it's the importance of learning through observation. Okay, so how we are observing one thing and how we are learning from that. That is realism. So when it comes to realism, what is the importance of your idea? If you are coming like to an idea, tell me any idea that you have. Like I want to achieve this thing. Any idea? That's a goal, no? Any idea? Anything? Any idea? Yeah, for an example. Yeah. Yeah, you are trying to do. So what is the importance of that? Importance. Correct. Knowledge. Yeah, so it's for your education, right? So the importance of the idea you had is known as idealism. Now you are observing me and my teaching methods. So that is known as realism. So these both are like philosophical foundations. Okay? And there one is pragmatism. So pragmatism highlights learning through experience and action. Now, if you are teaching someone, so that's an experience for you all, right? So that is pragmatism. So it supports student-centered learning where students actively participate, solve problems, and learn by doing. So education is seen as a tool of adapting to real-life situations. Pragmatism is learning through experience and action. Yeah, the experience. So the idealism is taking importance of the ideas, importance of the ideas, values. Okay, and the realism is observing. So the pragmatism is learning through experience. Okay, and then sociological foundation. So sociology is education studies that the relationship between education and society. So in your state of mind, what is the gap between education and the society? What do you mean about like the gap between education and society? Like what is there? What is the difference? They are not all still equal. Some people are rich, some people are poor. Some people from poor, like from rich family would go college, would go private campuses. Some people from poor family would go to public campuses, right? Like Jayawardhan, sorry. Yeah, government. Yes. Yeah, they can go if they are poor. So it examines how social factors such as culture, values, tradition, and social structures influence education and learning processes. So as social structures, money is one of the main components. And the cultures, value, tradition. So as I remember, there are some families that don't let girls to study about like after 18. Right. Yeah, and Hindus also. Okay. So in some families, not every, but yeah, that all, yeah. But that all, everything has been changed. Yeah. Now that I have been like Muslim girls are going like in their own freedom. right? They are married whenever the age is right. The ancient people that I hope that you all would, you all can marry about 18. Now it's not like that, right? Now it's all different. Yeah, that's good. So education has social process. So the education plays a key role in socialization, helping individuals learn social norms, values, and acceptable behaviors. Schools act as agents of socialization, preparing individuals to participate effectively in society. So education has a social process, plays a key role in helping individuals learn social norms, values, and acceptable behaviors. Acceptable behaviors in the sense, acceptable behavior in the sense, anyone? Acceptable behaviors in the society. If you are like acting abnormally in a place, is that an acceptable behavior? No. So if you are like acting normally, that is an acceptable behavior, right? So schools act as agents of socialization, prepares individuals to participate effectively in society. So schools helping, does schools help you to like interact with the society? Yes. No? Between. In between. No? Yeah. So education and social change. Education contributes to social change by promoting equality, reducing poverty, and encouraging innovation. Okay. So education contributes to social change by promoting equality, reducing poverty, and encouraging innovation. It empowers individuals with knowledge and skills. So education and social change in the sense. So it's about promoting equality. Okay, the equal. So it's reducing poverty and encouraging innovation, encouraging you all to up, right? So it empowers individuals with knowledge and skills, enabling them to improve their living conditions and contribute to society development. Okay. Role of education in society. So education helps in the development of society by creating skilled, knowledgeable, and responsible citizens. It promotes social harmony, economic growth, and cultural preservation while preparing individuals to face global challenges. So, education helps in the development of society by creating skilled, knowledge, and responsible citizens. If you are a skilled, knowledgeable, and responsible citizen, the role of education in society is okay, is acceptable. Okay, so it promotes your economic growth. If you have the correct education, it promotes the economic growth, right? You can have a good job and you can have a good economy as well. Okay, and the social harmony and the cultural preservation by preparing individuals to face global challenges. Role in personal development. Education supports personal growth by developing critical thinking, problem-solving abilities, communication skills, and self-confidence. It enables individuals to make informed decisions and achieve their personal and professional goals. So education supports personal growth by developing your critical thinking, your thinking ability. Okay, and problem solving abilities, your problem solving abilities, and communication skills and self confidence. And it helps individuals to make informed decisions and achieve their personal and professional goals. Okay, and the holistic development. Does anyone have an idea about holistic? Activities of what? Yeah, it could be. Could be. This is some example. So, what is the main thing of that? What is the main component? Now, you said like playing sand. So, what is the main component? Why are you doing? Why are you letting your child to do that? To improve the knowledge. Okay. What is that? What look? Identify the color and everything. So, anyone? Child active. So holistic development is an individual's like this one, like individual stages. Okay, individuals like including the cognitive development. Do you know about cognitive development? No. So I'll teach you. So afterwards, okay. So including the and individuals, including their physical, emotional, social, and cognitive aspects. So cognitive is an individual's mental processes. So how an individual can think, how the individual can learn, how an individual can solve the if it's a problem, how can an individual solve the so the yeah, a question. How about how they are about learning? That is their cognitive development of children. So cognitive aspect. So if it, when it comes to physical, what are some physical aspects of a child or of an individual? Yeah, what are the physical aspects? Physical, the basic physical aspects. Online students,
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
you can also answer. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Sure. So what are some physical aspects of a child? So physical in the sense is about running, walking, standing, climbing, dancing. Those are basic physical aspects of a child when it comes to child. So what are some emotional aspects? Crying, smiling, angry, frustration they have, right? Unless you can also answer, okay?
Singing.
And social aspects, yeah,
So,
social aspects. Why we go to that temple? There are so much of questions when it's come to small child, right? God. Yeah, always like bye. Yeah, bye. Yeah. So social aspect in the sense how they're interacting with you and how they're interacting with others, and the group activities they have to do with you or with friends. Okay. So and what are the cognitive aspects? I said you about like 5 minutes. Five cognitive aspects.
cognitive aspects. So cognitive aspects in the sense how a child would learn, how a child is able to no, this mental processes, learning, solving a problem, understanding, those kinds of things. Okay, share no, sharing no. The mental processes, only the mental processes that belongs to the brain part, like understanding, learning, and how they are used to solve a problem. Okay, thinking like that. So those are cognitive mental aspects. So finally, the holistic development is the overall development of an individual that focuses on physical, emotional, social, and cognitive aspects. Okay, so for an holistic development, those four aspects should always include. All right. So this holistic approach ensures balanced growth and prepare individuals for aspects of life. Okay. Why this isn't working? Is it working? No, no. This is not working. Oh, okay. So there is an activity. So before that, we can write notes. Okay. So, yeah. Put the topic as foundations of education. All the students put the topic as foundations of education. Foundations of educations. Sorry, education. Foundation of education. Refer to the refer to the refer refer to the underlying practices. This underline underline practices and factors that shape okay that shape the purpose, command structure, and practices of education. Practices of education. These foundations help us. Why education exists? exist, comma, how it developed over time, it developed over time. Online students, you are writing down the notes, right?
Yes, ma'am. Right.
Okay, okay. Develop over time. And how it is influenced by ideas, comma, belief, and society. There are, next point, three major foundations of education. Put a comma. And write like 1, 2, 3. So the first one is historical foundation. Second one is philosophical foundation. What is the third one? What is the third one?
Sociological.
Oh, sociological foundation. Yeah. And the other topic is historical foundations of education. Presentation. Yeah. So do you all have a group? I'm not there, right? So okay, can one make a group of including me? Who can? You can? Okay. Online students,
Yes, ma'am.
can you drop your numbers? Can you drop your numbers into the chat to make a group?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah. In the group, they are together. So I'll be sharing the presentation and the relevant notes and the case studies and everything into that. Okay. Don't you want my number? Ah, okay. All right. So, right. The historical foundation of education has developed, sorry, involves, education has involved the study of, did you miss something? All right. Of how Education has developed and
Ma'am, can you tell from the first?
okay. The historical foundation of education involves the study involves the study of how education has developed and evolved evolved e- evolved over time. Evolved in the sense it's past. Right, past. Mm. Over time. Over time. Online students, are you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It helps us understand past educational systems comma practices and reforms reforms re reforms and how they have influenced modern education. Next para. In ancient times, ancient times, ANCIENT. Education was often, was often informal, and focused on moral values. Moral values, comma, life skills, and discipline. Discipline.
Unmoral values and
Sorry.
unmoral values and after that focus on moral values.
On moral values, comma, life skills, unmoral. Life skills and discipline. For an example, traditional systems emphasized 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 respect, respect, comma, character development, from tomorrow onwards. It's starting from 9, right? Is it like 10 to 2? Yeah, 2. 2. Not 12. 9 to 1. See? Tomorrow 9 to 1, right? Don't worry, I will be giving you a break. So online students, is it 10 to 12 or 10 to 2?
10 to 12.
2. See?
10 to 12, right?
Yeah, 10 to 12.
No, it's 10 to 2.
No, 12, I think.
Yeah, it's only for today, 10 to 2. Other than that, it started from 9 and finishing off at 1. Why? What's up? No problem. I don't know, ask from someone, from the coordinator or something. Okay, so develop. And close relationships between teachers and students.
Ma'am, can you please tell starting the examples? Traditional system emphasized.
Wait. Can you give me? Traditional system emphasized respect, character development,
What, ma'am? Correcto?
character development, character development, and close relationships,
Okay, ma'am. Teachers and
between
students.
teachers and students.
Mm,
Close
Thank you.
relationships between teachers and students.
Thank you, ma'am.
The other topic is philosophical foundations of education. Is that a rough book or how? Okay. Philosophical foundations of education. Foundation of education. Philosophical foundations of education deal with the ideas belief, belief, and values, values that guide educational practices. Philosophy practices. Philosophy philosophy help us to answer important questions such as write like 1, 2, 3. What is the purpose of the education? The first one is what is the purpose of the education? Second one is what should be taught. Third one is how teaching should take place. Teaching should take place. There are no next point. There are three major philosophies. MAJOR. Major philosophies, which is idealism, idealism, should you can continue it in a sentence or you can put as numbers and write anything as you wish. First one is idealism and realism and pragmatism. Next point. Idealism focuses on
Ma'am, tell me the three one. I didn't hear. Idealism?
idealism, realism, and pragmatism.
Wait, ma'am.
Idealism, realism, pragmatism.
Third one not proper, ma'am.
Pragmatism. Wait. I'll put in the chat. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Idealism focuses on the development of mind, values, and moral character. Moral character. It emphasizes emphasizes the Importance of ideas. Ethics. And discipline in education. Other point. Realism focuses on the importance of the physical world and practical knowledge. It focuses on learning through observation, experience, experience, and scientific methods. Next point. Pragmatism focuses on learning through experience and action. For an example, a teacher who focuses on discipline and moral values is applying idealism comma, while, WHILE, while a teacher who uses experiments and real life examples, who uses experiments and real life examples a teacher to that. I keep a dot and start. A teacher who encourages
Ma'am, ma'am, can
yeah,
you tell who uses experiment and real life examples?
he is applying realism.
Other notes is a teacher who encourage, right?
A teacher who encourages group work. And activities is applying pragmatism. After that, you can write this point. Online students, okay? Okay. The other topic is sociological foundations of education. The sociological foundation of education focuses the relationship between education and society. Education and society. It studies how social factors such as cultures, values, traditions, and social structures influence education. Influence education. So, and after that, you can do the activity. 10 minutes activity. So there are three scenarios. For these for per scenario, you should complete the following tasks. Like identify the role of education in the scenario. What is the perspective and what is the role? And explain which foundation, whether the historical, philosophical, or the sociological foundation is involved. And suggest solution for each foundation. Okay? Do. 10 minutes. Online students, you can also go to activity 1 as you wish. If you want to, you can write. If you don't want to, you cannot write. Online students, okay?
Tell me again, ma'am. What is the activity of this?
So there are three scenarios. For each scenarios, you should complete the task. The task is identify the role of the education in the scenario, and you have to explain which foundation is this, and then suggest solution as well. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Do you want to teach me in Tamil also? No, I'm asking. Yeah, I can. I will do. Single medium. So do you want me to teach in single? You? Do you want me to teach in Tamil? You can. You can, okay. Alright.
I don't know how to write.
So identify the role of education in the scenarios. The first scenario is a child from low income family cannot attend school regularly. So what is the role of the education? Huh? Sorry? No, it's a foundation. A child from a low income family cannot attend school regularly. So it shouldn't be a historical one because the money matters in here. Low attend family cannot attend, so low income family cannot attend school regularly. That's not the historical matter now. So in here, it's a low income family cannot attend school regularly. So what's money problem? So what kind of money? Foundation is that? So the second one is explain which foundation. The first one is identify the role of education. So you should see what is the role of education here. Yeah. Yeah.
Sociological foundation, and second one.
Sorry?
Second one is
What second one?
scenario 2.
Scenario 2 is a student who is academically strong but lacks social skills.
Sociological foundation, right?
Yeah. So in first they are asking identify the role of education. So if a child from a low income family cannot attend school regularly. Yeah, that's the foundation. What is the role of the education of the foundation? So in philosophical, if you are saying philosophical, in philosophical there are three sectors. So what is the role of the education playing in each sector? So in this scenario, what is the sector from this? Is that idealism or is that realism or is that pragmatism? Hmm? Then no. Yeah. Then can't remember. Is that pragmatism? Realism. That's a reality. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is that realism? Realism. Are you sure? You? Hmm. So wait, let's go to realism. Hmm. So realism focuses on the physical world and emphasize learning through observation and experience. Hmm? Idealism. So it's about ideas, values, and moral development. So what about sociological foundation? See the education and the social change part. No, in here. Hmm? So is the money a social factor or not? So I said you, the people who have money will go private campuses. The people who don't have, who said that poor, rich, yeah. The people who had no money will go to what? Government universities. So, wait. So, a child from low income family cannot attend to school regularly. So, what should become? Sociological. So, if sociological is the foundation, what is the role does sociological education plays in here? Yeah, I mean, what is the role? So, a child from low income family cannot attend to school regularly. So you should write like this: because a child is from low income family, he or she can't attend to school regularly because they don't have money to put her on or in a private campus rather than going to government university. They can't continue the study because they're lacking low income. Okay, so you should explain the scenario, explain the role of the scenario. Now got it? Financial problem. Because of the financial problem, you should like start. Only me is there in the online lectures. After this, you can have the break. Unemployed is, but you don't have a work. Unemployed. Okay. So in what community high schools, so they don't have persons to get for jobs. Unemployed. They do have jobs, but they don't have persons to take. Is there another class going on? At what time? You all have? Yeah, okay, but tomorrow, so you also have? Yeah, okay, but they didn't say anything. They said like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Nine to one. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 to 1. Wednesday. 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 They might inform you. They might inform. So Wednesday, do you have another plans? It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Thursday I can't. Thursday I have another lectures. Thursday, Friday I'm fully booked. Only Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. You come. Yeah, highway.
Do you want break one? So do it. There's online students.
Yeah, ma'am.
Are you done doing the activity?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
But you explain that is better. We can't how to answer that.
Okay. So I'll explain you the scenario one. A child from a low income family cannot attend school regularly. So what would be the role of the education here? So you just have to explain the scenario. Okay? And explain which foundation is involved, whether the historical, whether the philosophical, or the sociological. All right? And you have to suggest solutions. What has to be done by their part? Okay? Finished? Finished? She's struggling. Try to finish it. Try. So, is there any lecture before? So, is this your second day? What is the first? What have you done first day? So, what is the problem with her? Guess answer. What? Yes. Yes. From order to I by bus. Alone. The dedication. Yeah. You have. She is. How are you coming? So from Kurunagala to Colombo directly. So why didn't you join online? Yeah, online is boring, right?
No coverage. Let's say English classes are no, it's coming and going and no coverage.
You can come here now. There's no way. No way. So why are you coming from there today? You also can't understand. Yeah. Anand. So do you also like to do an activity like this? Yes? Like a creative one? Okay. I'll think and tell you about it. It's individual. See, there are 6. Do you think that there are 6 groups in this class? Previous one. Those are individual works. So you are there in last budget? Oh. So for that, those charts we can do a group work like. Yeah. What? However, you have to do an individual presentation. So creative, no? That's what I'm thinking. We'll do. Like social in the sense lacking, like he or she doesn't have social skills. Lacking. Huh? Like இல்ல இல்ல ரொம்ப குறைவா அப்படி பழகுறாரு. இப்போ இன்டராக்ட் நான் வந்து ரொம்ப குறைவா அவங்களோட பழகுறேன் அப்படி குறைவா. யா யா lacking. இப்படி அது இல்லாம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இஸ் அகடமிக்கலி ஸ்ட்ராங் பட் லைக் சோஷியல் ஸ்கில்ஸ் தானே இல்ல. அகடமிக்கலி வந்து எஜுகேஷன் பக்கம் வந்து அவர் ஸ்ட்ராங். ஆமா அது அது but like social skills. Good question. Students is இல்ல எப்படி எழுதுங்க அவர் இப்போ அகடமிக்கலி ஸ்ட்ராங் எழுதினீங்க தானே. நாலேஜபிள் அப்படி எழுதுனீங்க. அதுக்கு அப்புறம் அவர் ஏன் லக்கா இருக்கிறேன்னா இப்படி கம்யூனிகேஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் நல்லா இல்ல அண்ட் தென் சொல்யூஷனை கேக்குறீங்க. சொல்யூஷன் வந்து அவரது வந்து அந்த லக்தனம் இல்லாம அவர் வந்து இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லுங்க. So he has to improve his communication skills, interpersonal skills, interactive skills. He has to improve அப்படின்னு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணணும். Any doubts? You finished? Give. I'm going to read in front of the class. No. Okay. No. I'm good. Only. Me only. But I wrote it shortly. Where is the foundation and solutions? Yeah. Including that one line. No. Yeah, behavior is also part. Online students.
Yes, ma'am.
இல்ல இல்ல வேலை இல்லாம இருக்கிற ஆட்கள் அந்த வேலை இல்லாம இருக்கிற ஆட்கள் அப்படின்னா the community has schools but still faces unemployment school வேலை இல்ல அப்படி படிச்சிருக்கான் இப்போ டாக்டர்ஸ் இல்ல இன்ஜினியர்ஸ் அப்படி எல்லாம் பார்த்தா அவங்க நல்லா படிச்சிருக்காங்க பட் அவங்களோட அந்த எஜுகேஷனுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஜாப் இல்ல தான் அப்படி ஜாப் தாராங்கன்னு இல்ல ஏன்னா எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் அது இது எல்லாமே கேக்குறாங்க தானே Penicity is attending. No. Penicity. Develop. Develop what? Yeah, develop the skills. They will develop the communication skills, the interactive skills, the interpersonal skills, everything. இல்ல எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்றதும் அப்புறம் ஸ்கில்ஸ் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்றதும் ஏன்னா இங்க வந்து ஸ்கூலுக்கு தானே பாக்குறாங்க அப்போ அவங்க தனியா வேற ஒரு பிசினஸ் எடுத்துட்டு போனா ஸ்கூலுக்கு யாரும் இல்லை இன்னும் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இன்னும் இருந்தா அந்த ஸ்கூலுக்கு அவங்க எடுப்பாங்க தானே So is the first lecturer simple or? Yeah, simple. Online, how will I Done.
I will try to, but I don't read actually, so you can't understand.
Okay.
So handwriting.
Scenario 3 is very good.
Yeah.
Why?
Then
சும்மா கேட்டேன்.
ஏன்னு சொன்னா அதுல வந்து
நீங்க அந்த காலத்துக்கு போனீங்களோ ஒருவேளை அப்ப ஸ்கூல் இல்லாம ஜாப் இல்லாம இருக்கிறார்கள் பத்தி யோசிச்சு
இனி அவங்களுக்கு சரியான அந்த இந்த எஜுகேஷன் இருந்தாலே எம்ப்ளாய்
அன்எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் எஜுகேஷன் இருக்கு ஜாப் இல்ல
அது அவங்க சரியா படிக்கல படிக்கிறதுக்கு சரியான சிஸ்டம்
அன்எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் இந்த எஜுகேஷன் இருக்கு ஜாப் இல்ல இப்போ ஜாப் ஒன்றுக்கு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்சஸ்
good knowledge and
skills
qualification and all, but
Yeah.
they will have job because
yeah they don't have that experience what experience
Yeah. Then that's the solution is they have to get the experience.
experience from any other so
Eவ்வளோ-
இப்போ டீச்சிங்க்கு வரேன்னா ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் தேவை
எவ்வளவு தான் knowledge and qualifications
இருந்தாலும் experience
experience இல்லாம ஒண்ணும் செய்யல. That's why they are first time doing job they are no pay, no?
yeah internships
Internships.
you have to have
The
internships
salary is
yeah
very low,
low
10,000 or 6,000 like that.
so I did psychology no I didn't have salary I did in Lady Ridgeway Hospital so I didn't have salary so that's my experience so in teaching way I have another experience so as a child psychologist I have that experience and I worked in do you know salon steps in Vattal sorry Vellavatta so that's an child center so they're like autism kids ADHD kids so I also worked there so as a child psychologist I have that own experience no salary for instance no salary no salary
But now all the children are expecting salary. No enough.
because they don't have any trainings no?
Okay.
Yeah so how companies could give salary with no training scenario 3 think sorry a community has schools but scenario 3 என்ன வரும் foundation so you are Shimla
That's
you are
experience.
Shamla okay. scenario 3
Experience, no?
foundation is the experience huh? yeah
Yes.
Huh?
No. Philosophical.
சரி அது philosophical தானே
Philosophical. Foundation.
why ஏன் philosophical சொல்றீங்க எல்லாரும்? Good. நீங்க ஓகே? More than that. Okay, after the break. So it's 12:13, 12:34. Come back in 1. 12. Bye. You can go, it might end the places. What do you have here? Really? Me also. I have food. You go and come. I'll join you next day. Tomorrow. And ask them about the time and about the day also, Wednesday, Thursday. She went. Ah.
Very scared to go.
Arishma. Arishma. ARISH. Online students? No, I'm only there. Come back at 1. Yeah, 1 o'clock. There's no anyone in on the four. Ten. Four. Yeah, that's what I said. அப்பவே கிரியேட் பண்ண சொல்லி. Shall we start? 110. It's 120. You have to wait 20 more minutes today. So did you ask from the time? Okay. She asked, but they have informed like 10 to 2. Wednesday, why? What's the reason? So are you okay with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? She's also okay. Yeah. Okay. So the time is a problem, and because I have another lecture starting 1:30. Not here, Kola now. I have to go Kola now. Wednesday. Yeah. Do you know? Yeah, for child psychology and art. That's the thing. I have informed that the coordinator. Okay, let's start. What? Yeah. So, learning theories and principles. Okay? So, learning is a process through which individuals acquire new knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behavior. It is a continuous and active process that occurs through experience, practice, and interaction with the environment. Learning brings about a relatively permanent change in behavior or understanding. So, learning is a process through which individuals acquire new knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behavior. Okay? So, what do you mean by learning? Like, or simple like learning. Huh? Yeah. Knowledge, skills, gaining knowledge. Knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behavior. So அது வந்து ஒரு கண்டினியூஸா போகும். ஏன்னா எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் நாங்க ஏதாவது ஒரு புதுசா லேர்ன் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கோம். சரியா? இது பார்த்தாலுமே இப்ப எங்க சரி போனாலுமே ஒரு புது விஷயம் நாங்க லேர்ன் பண்றோம். தானே? So அது வந்து ஒரு continuous and active process that occurs through experience. இப்போ நீங்க ஏதாவது வெளில சரி போயிட்டு ஒரு ஏதோ ஒன்று லேர்ன் பண்ணிட்டா அது ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸாக தான் வரும். ஒரு லேர்னிங் வந்து வரும். So learning brings about a relatively permanent change in behavior or understanding. What are learning theories? Learning theories are systematic explanation of how individuals learn and process information. So learning theories and or explanation எப்படி அந்த ஒரு இண்டிவிஜுவல் process பண்றது. Okay, so they help educators understand how students acquire knowledge and guide teachers in choosing effective teaching methods and strategies for different learners. Behaviorist theory. So, இது ஒரு learning theory. இது ஒரு major learning theory. So, behaviorism focuses on observer behavior rather than internal thinking processes. It suggests that learning occurs through interaction with the environment and is shaped by the reinforcement and punishment. Learning is seen as a response to external stimuli. இப்போ உங்களை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் what is a behavior? In your opinion, what is a behavior? Behavior. Sorry. Activities. இப்போ இந்த behaviorist theory இந்த focus பண்றது வந்து observer behavior. பார்த்து இப்போ யாராவது இப்போ வந்து சின்ன பிள்ளைகள் வந்து அடல்ட்ஸை பார்த்து தானே கத்துக்கொள்றாங்க. அது வந்து ஒரு observer behavior-ஆ நாங்க எடுத்துக்கொள்ளலாம். சரியா? So it suggests that learning occurs through interaction with the environment. So இப்ப நாங்க ஏதாவது ஒரு லேர்ன் பண்றோம்னா அது ஒரு இன்டராக்ஷன் மூலியமாவும் அது ஒரு என்வாயரன்மெண்ட் மூலியமாவும் வருது. Okay, and is shaped by reinforcement and punishment. So learning is seen as a response to external stimuli. Key ideas of behaviorism. So இது வந்து அந்த behaviorism பத்தியே தான் ஒரு key ideas. So learning is based on stimulus and response. Reinforcement strengthens behavior. Repetition helps learning. Focuses on observable outcome. So learning is based on stimulus and response. இப்போ நாங்க கத்துக்கொள்றதும் ஒரு ரெஸ்பான்ஸா வாரதும் தான் லேர்னிங்ங்கிறது ஒருத்தர் சொல்லியிருக்காரு பார்த்து படி. ஸோ ரீஇன்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட் ஸ்ட்ரென்தன் பிஹேவியர். இப்போ நீங்க லேர்ன் பண்றது எல்லாம் ஒரு பிஹேவியர் வந்து லைக் ஒரே இடத்துல இருக்காம நீங்க வந்து மேல 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 போவீங்க. ஸோ அது உங்களோட பிஹேவியரை இன்னும் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் பண்ணும். So repetition helps learning. இப்போ நாங்க வந்து நான் லெக்சர் பண்றது வந்து நான் வேற ஒரு பேட்ச்க்கு லெக்சர் பண்றேன். சரி, இப்போ இதே தான் லெக்சர் பண்றேன் போயிட்டு இன்னைக்கு லெசனும் நாளைக்கு போயிட்டு லெக்சர் பண்றேன். சரியா? சோ அது வந்து ஒரு ரெப்பிட்டிஷன். அப்போ நானும் அதுல இன்னும் கத்துக்கொள்றேன். So repetition is about learning. So focuses on observable outcome. இப்போ வந்து ஏதாவது ஒரு அவுட்கம் எடுத்தா அது ஒப்சர்வ் பண்ணா அது ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணும். அப்படியும் லேர்ன் பண்ணலாம். So இவங்க வந்து there are three key founders of behaviorism. First one is Ivan Pavlov. Introduced classical conditioning through stimulus response association. The second one is John B. Watson, focused on observable behavior instead of mental processes. The third one is B.F. Skinner, developed reinforcement and punishment theory. So Ivan Pavlov வந்து ஒரு classical conditioning through stimulus response stimuli association அப்படி like classical conditioning அப்படி ஒரு தியரி தான் இவன் போலோ வந்து இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. Okay, so after that John B. Watson focused on observable behavior instead of mental processes. So அவர் ஜான் பி வாட்சன் வந்து ஒரு ஒப்சர்வல் பிஹேவியர் எடுத்து அந்த பிஹேவியர் பத்தி அவர் படிச்சாரு. சரியா? So B.F. Skinner வந்து developed reinforcement and punishment theory. reinforcement and punishment theory ஒன்னு இருக்கு. அது ஃபவுண்ட் பண்றது வந்து பிஎஃப் ஸ்கின். சரியா? இந்த பிஹேவியர் மட்டும் பத்தி படிச்ச 3 பேர் தான் இது key founders of behaviorism. Sorry. So Ivan Paulo introduced the concept of classical conditioning, which explains that learning happens through association between stimuli. So he demonstrated this through his famous experiment with dogs when he rang a bell every time food was present. After repeating this process several times, the dogs began to salivate just by hearing the bell, even when no food was given. This showed that a natural response, salivation to food, could be transferred to a new stimulus. Stimulus வந்து bell. இப்போ இவர் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளா வந்து ஒரு நாய் எடுத்திருக்காரு. சரியா? அந்த நாய் வந்து இப்போ இவர் வந்து அந்த நாய் இருக்கும்போது ஒரு பெல் எடுத்து அடிப்பாரு. அந்த பெல் எடுத்து அடிச்சுக்குள்ள நாய் வந்து சாப்பிடும். நாய்க்கு என்ன ஒரு தோட்னா, இப்ப இவரை வந்து ஏன் சாப்பாடு கொடுப்பாரு, அதனாலதான் இவர் பெல் அடிக்கிறாரு. அப்படி ஒரு தியரி கண்டுபிடிச்சாரு. சரியா? அதுல வந்து ஆஃப்டர் ரிப்பீட்டிங் திஸ் ப்ராசஸ் செவரல் டைம்ஸ், அது வந்து இவர் மறுவ செஞ்சு பார்த்தாரு. So the dogs began to salivate by just hearing the bell. இப்போ அங்க ஒரு சாப்பாடுமே இல்லாம அந்த நாய் பழக்கம் தானே. இப்போ அந்த ஒரு பெல் அடிச்சா அது தானா ஓடி வரும். சரியா? அப்ப அது ஓடி வந்து அது பாக்குது, என்னடா சாப்பாடு காணுமே அப்படி. அது நக்கி லைக் ஆஸ்க் லைக் திஸ். ஓகே, அப்படி அவர் வந்து அந்த பெல் அடிச்சுக்கிட்டே இருக்காரு. அவர் வந்து பாக்குறாரு, நாய் வந்து சாப்பாடு இல்லையே அப்படி. So even when no food was given, this showed a natural response, salivation to food. The natural response வந்து salivation to food. அந்த ஃபுட் வரும்னு பார்த்து அந்த சும்மா நக்குறது, அந்த ஆமா ஊடுறது வந்து அது ஒரு நேச்சுரல் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ். could be transferred to a new stimulus bell. இப்போ அந்த பெல் அடிச்சனால தானே அவர் அந்த நாய்க்குட்டி வாரது பின்னுக்காலே. சோ அது வந்து ஒரு நேச்சுரல் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ். அந்த பெல் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டிமுலஸ் அடிச்சனால தான் ஒரு நேச்சுரல் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் அங்க ஃபார்ம் ஆகுது, நடக்குது. அது வந்து தான் கிளாசிக்கல் கண்டிஷன். அவர் வந்து ஒரு கிளாசிக்கல் நீங்க ஒரு யூடியூப் போயிட்டு பாருங்க, கிளாசிக்கல் கண்டிஷனிங் பை இவன் பவுலோன்னு ஒரு வீடியோ வரும், லைக் ஒரு நாய்க்குட்டியோட. யூ கேன் வாட்ச் இட் அண்ட் டேக் an idea also. Classical conditioning, this one. Classical conditioning. I can show you a video, but in here I can't put like YouTube and everything, right? So you have to go and watch. So in education, this means that students can develop emotional and behavioral responses through repeated experiences. இப்போ அவரை வந்து மறுவ ரிப்பீட் பண்ணனால தானே அந்த நாய்க்குட்டி திரும்பி ஓட வருது. இப்போ இதுல என்ன சொல்றேன்னா, this means that students also can develop emotional and behavioral responses through repeated experience. இப்போ அதே நாங்க ஒரு பிள்ளைக்கு இல்லைன்னா ஏதாவது மேன்காவது அது ஒரு ரிப்பீட்டடா கண்டினியூஸா ஏதாவது பண்ணிக்கிட்டே பழக்கப்படு, ஆமா பிராக்டிசிங் மாதிரி அது வந்து டெவலப் பண்ணலாம். இமோஷனலாவும் பிஹேவியராலும் டெவலப் பண்ணலாம். Okay, so for an example, if a teacher consistently creates a positive classroom environment, students may begin to associate learning with enjoyment and motivation. இப்ப இங்க ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷனும் இல்லாம ஏதாவது ஒரு மூலைக்கு போகாது, ரைட்? சோ நான் ஏதாவது கண்டினியூஸா ஏதாவது ஒரு பாசிட்டிவா சொல்லிக்கிட்டே இருக்கணும். லைக் நான் ஏதாவது ஜோக் பண்ணணும், லைக் டு கம் டு திஸ் கிளாஸ், கம் டு திஸ் வேர்ல்ட். Concentration part ரொம்ப முக்கியம். So அதுதான் for an example, if a teacher consistently create a positive classroom environment, students may begin to associate learning with enjoyment and motivation. So on the other hand, negative experiences may lead to fear or anxiety towards learning. ஸோ இப்போ இந்த கிளாஸ் ரூம் வந்து வெரி அன்டைடியா இல்லாட்டி ஒரு ஏசி இல்லாம அப்படி ஏசி இல்லாம இருக்கலுமா முடியாது தானே ஹாட் தானே. ஸோ அது இல்லாம உங்களுக்கு கன்சென்ட்ரேஷன் இருக்காது தானே எப்ப பார்த்தாலும் லைக் ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்கும் தானே உடம்புக்கு. ஸோ அந்த கன்சென்ட்ரேஷனும் போகும், மோட்டிவேஷனும் போகும், எல்லாமே போகும். ஸோ ஒரு கிளாஸ் ரூம் வந்து ஹேஸ் டீச்சர்ஸ் யூ ஷுட் நோ if the classroom must be a positive classroom, should be clean and should be creative like this. அப்பதான் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் போர் அடிச்சா கொஞ்சம் அங்க பார்த்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கலாம். Like you have to maintain a creative classroom, okay, and a positive classroom. So மத்தது வந்து what? Sorry, John B. Watson. John B. Watson is considered the founder of the behaviorism. இப்போ பிஹேவியர் பத்தி படிச்ச one of the main வந்தது John B. Watson. So he believed that psychology should focus only on observable behaviors rather than internal thoughts or feelings because these cannot be directly measured. According to Watson, all behaviors learn through interaction with the environment. He famously demonstrated his idea through the Little Albert experiment, where a child was conditioned to fear a harmless object by association with a loud, frightening noise. This showed that emotions like fear can be learned through environment experiences. In the classroom, this suggests that students' behaviors, both positive and negative, are shaped by their surroundings. Teachers, therefore, play a key role in creative environments that encourage positive learning behaviors. So, இவர் வந்து observer behaviors பத்தி தான் one of the main job அவரோட observer behaviors like ஏதாவது ஒன்று பண்ணி அதை observe பண்றது, அதை observe பண்ணி அதோட output அவர் எடுக்கிறது. Okay, so rather than India. So John B. Watson, all behaviors are learned through interaction with the environment. இப்போ environmentல இருந்து interact பண்றது தான் அவரோட வந்து ஒரே motive. சரியா? He famously demonstrated this idea through Little Albert experiment. Little Albert experiment you can also watch in YouTube. That's an experiment with a child. Okay, so where a child was conditioned to fear a harmless object by associating it with a loud, frightening noise. Little Albert experiment. This shows that emotions like fear can be learned through environmental experience. இப்போ environmental experienceல இருந்து ஒரு பயம் எடுக்கலாமா? உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது பார்த்து ஒரு பயப்படலாமா? No, why? Yeah, now imagine you are going on a bus. Okay, now a man is harassing you, coming near you and touching you. So would you like thank you. Yeah, அது ஒரு environment experience ആണ് உங்களுக்கு, right? So அப்போ பயப்படலாம் தானே. So இவரை வந்து அப்படியும் பயப்படலாம்னு சொல்லியிருக்காரு. சரியா? John B. Watson. So in classroom, this suggests that student behavior, both positive and negative, are shaped by their surroundings. Therefore, playing a key role in creating environments that encourage positive learning behaviors. B.F. Skinner. B.F. Skinner expanded behaviorism through this theory of operant conditioning, which focuses on how behavior is influenced by reinforcement and punishment. He explained that behaviors followed by positive outcomes are more likely to be repeated, while those followed by negative consequences are less likely to occur again. இப்போ இவரு வந்து என்ன சொல்றாரா, இப்படி ஒரு பாசிட்டிவ் அவுட்கம் இருக்குதானே, லைக் ஏதோ ஒரு விஷயத்துல ஒரு பாசிட்டிவ் ஆனது, அது வந்து ரிப்பீட்டட்லி நடந்தாதான் அது ஒரு பாசிட்டிவா எடுத்துக்க முடியும். ஒரு நெகட்டிவ், புரிஞ்சுதா? ஏதாவது ஒரு ரிப்பீட்லி நடந்தாதான் அது ஒரு பாசிட்டிவ் அவுட்கமா எடுத்துக்க முடியும். சரி, நடந்து கொண்டே இருந்தான். And while those followed by negative consequences are less likely to occur again. இப்ப ஏதாவது நெகட்டிவ் நடக்கிறேன்னா அது லைக் லெஸ் லைக்லி. அப்படின்னா ஒருக்கா நடக்கும் அப்புறம் நடக்காது, திரும்பி ஒருக்கா நடக்கும் அப்புறம் நடக்காது. இப்போ அது ரிப்பீட்டட்லி நடக்கும் 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 அப்படின்னா அது ஒரு பாசிட்டிவ் ரீட். சரியா? So for an example, when a student receives praise or reward for completing their homework, they are more likely to repeat that behavior. So இப்ப நாங்க உங்களுக்கு வந்து குட் அப்படி சொல்றீங்கன்னா நீங்க இப்போ அந்த குட் அப்படி அதை எடுத்துட்டு நீங்க லைக் மரம் 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 அது பண்றது தானே. இப்ப நான் இல்ல சரி வராது, சரி அப்படி சொன்னா அப்ப நடக்காது. அப்போ நீங்க பெட்டரா தானே பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுவீங்க. So அதான் இவங்க சொல்றேன். So similarly, if a student is corrected or given consequences for misbehavior, they may reduce that behavior over time. In education, Skinner's ideas are widely used in classroom management, where teachers use rewards, feedback, and discipline strategies to guide student behavior and improve learning outcomes. So, as a school preschool teacher, you have to you have to give rewards. You have to praise them, like you are going to do a good job, well done, excellent, very good. You have to motivate them, yeah, encourage them. If not, they are like less motivating, right? No motivation, nothing, not going to say anything. So that's cognitive theory. So cognitive theory focuses on mental processes such as thinking, memory, problem solving, and understanding. It views learners as active participants who process and organize information in their mind. So cognitive theory பத்தி சொன்னேன் தானே. Cognitive theory focuses on mental processes like thinking, memory, problem solving, and understanding. So cognitive theory is like this. One more. What are some mental processes? Thinking, learning, understanding, problem solving. Brain. Problem solving, thinking, learning, understanding. Where Okay, so it builds learners has active participants who process and organize information in their mind. So cognitive theory பத்தி okay தானே? Key ideas of cognitive theory. Learning involves mental processing, importance of memory and understanding, and then learners actively organize information. Prior knowledge affects learning. So learning involves mental processing. Bye. සම්නාලය. Learning involves mental processing. Mental processing la learning involves. Okay. So importance of memory and understanding. So in the இது வந்து key ideas of cognitive theory. அப்படின்னா ideas ஓட cognitive theory ஓட ideas. Okay. So learners actively organize information and prior knowledge affects learning. So இவங்க ரெண்டு பேர் வந்து cognitive theory பத்தி படிச்சவங்க ரெண்டு பேர். So Jean Piaget proposed stages of cognitive development. Jerome Bruner emphasized learning through discovery. Okay. Okay. Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget focuses on how children think and develop intellectually all over time. So ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ்க்கு அப்புறம் லைக் ஜேன் பியாஜெட் வந்து ஒரு சிக்ஸ் ஸ்டேஜஸ் நினைக்கிறேன் ஒரு சைல்டோட 6 ஸ்டேஜஸ் வந்து படிச்சிருக்காரு. ஸோ அந்த 6 ஸ்டேஜஸ்லயும் ஹவு சில்ட்ரன் திங்க் அண்ட் டெவலப் பத்தி தான் ஜேன் பியாஜெட் வந்து படிச்சிருக்காரு. So he proposed that children do not learn in the same way as adults. Instead, their thinking develops in stages, and each stage has its own abilities and limitations. So for an example, young children may struggle with abstract thinking, while older children can think more logically and critically. So Piaget also explained that learning happens when children actively interact with their environment and trying to make sense of new information by connecting it to what they already know. And then in the classroom, this means teacher must consider the development levels of students. Teaching methods should match the child's stage of thinking. For an example, using concrete objects and visuals for young learners and more abstract concepts for older students. So concrete objects na enna? அது concrete தான். Like concrete objects na என்னது? இப்போ வந்து and visuals for younger learners. Concrete objects and visual learners for younger learners. Saria, an abstract concept for all the students. So சின்ன பசங்களுக்கு வந்து அந்த concrete objects and visuals. Yeah, பார்க்கிறது. Concrete objects na. Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget. Hmm. Sorry? Concrete objects. Are you sure? Search and see if you don't know. I am finding the Jean Piaget note. Wait. Where is that note? Smell. Sense, yeah.
Five organs.
Senses, yeah. So, so there are 4 stages of Jean Piaget. One is sensory motor stage. So that is learning through sensors and actions. And the other one is pre-operational stage using language and imagination. So the other one is concrete operational. Yeah. And the clay logical thinking about real objects. So formal, operational, abstract, and critical thinking. There are 6 stages. I'll tell you. Jerome Bruner. So Jerome Bruner introduced the idea of discovery learning. What is discovery learning? Yeah, what is discovery learning? What is Discovery Channel? அதுல என்ன போகும்?
Animals that
The snakes and எப்படி கொல்றது சாப்பிடுறது எல்லாமே போகும். So discovery learning என்ன? So அதான் நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி லைக் காட்டி பார்க்க வைக்கிறது. Which emphasizes that students learn best when they actively explore and discover knowledge on their own rather than simply receiving information from the teacher. இப்ப நாங்க வந்து அவங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது காட்டுறேன்டா, இப்போ ஒரு சார்ட் வந்து இந்த சார்ட் வந்து காட்டுறேன்டா, இப்போ அதுல வந்து நிறைய அனிமல்ஸ் போட்டு அப்படி லைக் பிடிச்ச மாதிரி ஒரு கிரியேட்டிவா கலர்ஃபுல்லா ஒரு சார்ட் லைக் போட்டு வச்சா லைக் அவங்க வந்து அதுல பார்த்து 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 லைக் லேர்ன் பண்ணுவாங்க தானே. இது 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 வந்து இது இது வந்து இது இது வந்து அது அப்படி உண்டு. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டிஸ்கவரி லேர்னிங் தான் இவர் வந்து இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணாரு. So he believed that learning is more meaningful and long lasting when students are involved in the process of finding answers, solving problems, and making connections. So Bruno also suggests that any subject can be taught at any age if it is presented in an appropriate way. In practice, this means teachers should encourage questioning, exploration, and problem solving. For example, instead of directly giving answers, a teacher might guide students through activities or discussions that help them arrive at the answer themselves. So he believed that learning is more meaningful and long lasting when students are involved in the process of finding answers. இப்போ நீங்க ஒரு பசில் கொடுத்தா அந்த ஒரு பசில் எத்தனை மணி வரைக்கும் like how many hours would they do? 1 hour, half an hour. So after that, they are thinking, yeah. Right or wrong? Yeah. So when students are like involved into a solving thing or like a solving problem, the maths problem, solving problems. So students are like more into connected to that. Okay. So Bruno also suggested that any subject can be taught at any age if it's presented in an appropriate way. ஒரு சரியான ஒரு முறையில ஏதாவது ஒரு சொல்லி கொடுக்குறேன்னா ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் வந்து எந்த ஏஜ்ல வேணாலும் லைக் லேர்ன் பண்ணலாம். In practice, this means teachers should encourage questioning, exploration, and problem solving. So you have to like, as teachers, you have to like question them, ask this, what is that, what have you done, like that, and problem solving in the sense you have to like ask problems, and if there's any problem you have to solve them. Okay. So for an example, instead of directly giving answers, a teacher might guide students through activities. இப்போ ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டி வந்து அது இப்போ ஒரு மேத்தமெட்டிக்ஸ்ல ஒரு சால்விங் ப்ராப்ளம் சரி சால்விங் ப்ராப்ளம் சரி தானே எல்லாரும் ஸோ அது வந்து லைக் அது வந்து ஒரு பிள்ளைக்கு புரியல புரியாம டீச்சர் கிட்ட வந்து கேட்கிறாரு பட் எனக்கு புரியல அப்படின்னு ஸோ அந்த டீச்சர் வந்து டிரெக்டா ஆன்சர் சொல்லாம இது இப்படித்தான் பண்ணணும்னு ஆன்சர் சொல்லாம அதுக்கு பதிலா அந்த ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ் எல்லாம் செஞ்சு காட்டலாம். ஓகே. டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணலாம் இதுதான் இப்படி நடந்திருக்குன்னு டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணலாம் டிரெக்டா ஆன்சர் சொல்லலாம். யூ கேன் டூ தட் and help them arrive at the answers themselves. So இவரு வந்து அதுதான் சொல்லியிருக்காரு. ஏதாவது ஒரு லைக் டிஸ்கவரி நாலேஜ் பத்தி இதுதான் சொல்லியிருக்காரு. ஓகே. Constructivist theory. Constructivism suggests that learners actively construct their own knowledge based on experience and interaction. Learning is meaningful when students are actively involved and connect new knowledge with prior experiences. In the constructivist theory like or experience or like or memorable experience எடுத்துக்கோங்க. ஸோ அந்த உங்களுக்கு நடந்த அந்த மெமரபிள் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்ல நீங்களே ஒரு லைக் நீங்களே ஒரு லேர்ன் பண்றீங்க தானே. இப்போ நாங்க வந்து ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்கு எடுத்தா as I said you before, you're coming by a bus and a man is like from that what have you learned? For an example, just think that might not happen to you, but just think, what would you do? That's a lesson for you, right? Yeah, you have to be like, you have to be safe, and yeah, that's the thing. Like, so that is you are constructing your own knowledge for you. Like, so for you yourself, you are taught in that I should be safe. I should be, but some of them are like dress this, dress that, don't go in buses, go in like private transport and everything. Some of them. But for our safety, like we have our own confidence, like as girls, we know how to go, you know how to behave in a place, right? That's your own knowledge, that came from experience, right? So that is constructivity theory. Okay. So key ideas of constructivist theory. Learning by doing. Knowledge is constructed, not given. So a knowledge is, it is constructed by you, right? You are learning. and you are the one who is getting all the knowledge. That's not given. So social interaction is important for you all, and it's a student-centered learning. So there are two key founders of constructivist theory. One is Lev Vygotsky and the other one is Jane Piaget. But Jane Piaget എന്താ yaar? Jane Piaget is who found about cognitive develop theory of cognitive development. Okay, so Lev Vygotsky is who found about socio-cultural learning. So which is also like social interaction in learning. So Lev Vygotsky emphasized the importance of social interaction in learning. And then he believed that learning occurs when students interact with others, such as teachers, parents, or peers. So one of his key concept is zone of proximal development, which is also known as ZPD, which refers to the gap between what a learner can do independently and what they can achieve with guidance. So according to Vygotsky, effective learning happens when support is provided within this zone, helping the learner gradually become independent. So this support is often referred to as scaffolding. In this classroom, this can be seen in group work, peer learning, and teacher guidance. So for an example, a student may struggle to solve a problem alone, but can successfully complete it with the help of a teacher or a classmate. So emphasize the importance of social interaction in learning. இப்போ நீங்க வந்து லேர்ன் பண்றீங்க தானே ஏதாவது அது வந்து ஒரு சோஷியல் இன்டராக்ஷன் இருக்கு தானே இப்போ உங்களுக்கும் எனக்கும் like four of us you four of us huh? Understanding and you are like concentrating and you are like interacting with me. Okay, so that theory is a socio-cultural interaction in learning. That is what Lev Vygotsky have found. Okay, so he believed that learning occurs when students interact with others, such as peers. So if you are interacting with me, it's like it's a learning. He had said like that. So இப்போ வந்து நீங்க வந்து எங்களோட interact பண்றீங்கன்னா அது ஒரு learning. உங்களுக்கு ஒரு learning, right? அது வந்து சொல்லியிருக்காரு. So one of his key concept is zone of proximal development, which refers to gap between learner can do independently or what they can achieve with guidance. So according to Vygotsky, effective learning happens when support is provided. So இப்போ வந்து நீங்க ஒரு activity நான் கொடுத்தேன் தானே அது கொஞ்சம் தனியா பண்ண கஷ்டம் தானே அது நான் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுது அதுவும் என் கைடன்ஸ் இருந்துச்சு தானே. So that is what they are saying. So in the classroom, this can be seen in group work, peer learning, and teacher guidance. So what we did has an activity is a group work, right? I have teach you, teach you, teach you, teach you. So that's a teacher guidance thing. And a group work has a group work. You discuss with her. No, you discuss with her. Yeah, little bit. However, you both interacted while doing the activity, right? So that's the social interaction in learning. So in learning, it's a social interaction. So that is what Lev Vygotsky has been found. So andragogy versus pedagogy. So andragogy is adult learning and pedagogy is child learning. These are like Greek words, like yeah, these are like Greek words. So just remember, andragogy has adult learning and pedagogy is child learning. Okay, so pedagogy refers to the methods and practices of teaching children. So it is teacher-centered, where the teacher decides what, how, and when students learn. So children, andragogy is adult, pedagogy is child. Andragogy is adult learning, adult-centered one. Andragogy is adult-centered. Pedagogy is child-centered. Do you make the note? Take this number also. 076. Gino Omesha. Gino Omesha and this one. And Rizka. And Dushanti. What happened? So ask me. 5. Wait, we are in the we'll finish this presentation today. No? There are 6 more slides. Okay. So andragogy versus pedagogy. So pedagogy refers to the methods and practices of how teaching children. So it is teacher centered, where the teacher decides what, how, and when students learn. So children depend on teachers for guidance and structure. So pedagogy, in the sense, it is child-centered learning. Okay, it refers to method and practices of teaching children. I have my own method to teach you. So that is it is teacher centered, where the teacher decides what, how, and when students learn. So andragogy refers to adult learning. It is learner centered, where adults take responsibility for their own learning. Adults bring prior experiences and prefer practical problem solving approaches. Okay. So pedagogy the child learning, andragogy the adult learning. இப்போ child centered childக்கு யாராவது கண்டிப்பா like teach பண்ணவே வேணும். அது child teacher மேல தான் dependent இருக்கும். அதுதான் pedagogy. Andragogy is where adults take responsibility for their own learning. You have to have the own research and everything you have to have by yourself. Okay. Difference between andragogy and pedagogy. So children depend on teachers. That is what children depend on teachers. That is what. Yeah, that is what andragogy or pedagogy. Pedagogy. So what is andragogy? Adult center. So adults are self-directed. Children learn basic knowledge while adults seek practical application. So in here, what is an andragogy and pedagogy? Second one. This is what? This is andragogy. So motivation differs between child and adults. So ஒரு motivation வந்தா ஒரு child எடுத்துக்கிற மாதிரியும் ஒரு adult எடுத்துக்கிற மாதிரியும் அது different. Sorry. Adults bring life experiences into learning. Okay. So motivation and learning. What is motivation? Motivation is the internal or external drive that encourage individuals to learn and achieve goals. It plays a crucial role in determining how actively and effectively a person learns. So for you, according to you, what is motivation? For example, what is motivation?
உங்களுக்கு வரதுலயே மோட்டிவ் பண்ணி நான் எந்த ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் போகணும்னு சொல்லி உங்களுக்கு அந்த ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் போற ஐடியாஸ்.
What? Okay. Others? Mm.
மோட்டிவேஷன் சொல்லிட்டு ஒருத்தருக்கு அந்த கோல் எடுத்துக்கணும். அதை பத்தி அதுல வர நல்ல இதை சொல்ல வேண்டும். லைக் அந்த இடத்துக்கு போனா அப்படி ஆகலாம், அவங்களுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி கிடைக்கும் அப்படி பேசுறது அவருக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஸ்டாண்டர்டா அவருக்கு சொன்னா அதை பத்தி சொல்லி அவருக்கு மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணுவேன். நீ இப்படி செஞ்சு அவங்களுக்கு அதுக்கு போகலாம். அப்ப அவருக்கு அதுல ஆசை வந்து அதை மோட்டிவேட் ஆயிட்டு அவருக்கு செய்வாரு. லைக் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணுவேன்.
What? Yeah. Yeah. So அதுல வந்து மோட்டிவேஷன்ல வந்து two types of இருக்கு, intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. So intrinsic motivation comes within the individual. Within the individual தான் அது வரும் intrinsic motivation. So it occurs when a person engages in learning for personal satisfaction, interest or enjoyment rather than external rewards. So key aspects of intrinsic motivation driven by internal rewards. So examples include learning a new skill out of curiosity, volunteering for a cause you care about, or playing a sport for the pure enjoyment of the game. Fueled by three factors. According to researchers, this motivation thrives on autonomy, like control over actions, competitions, mastering skills, and purpose, which is meaning. So psychological benefits as described by the APA Dictionary of Psychology, it often leads to higher quality learning, creativity, and sustained engagement compared to extreme incentives. Sarya, so motivations come from within one individual. அது வந்து உங்களால மட்டும்தான் வரும். அப்படி என்ன லைக் தன்னை தானே லைக் மோட்டிவேட் பண்றது, நான் இது பண்ணுவேன், நான் இங்க போவேன், லைக் பில்டிங் அ கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் டு யூ. யா, நாங்க முயற்சி செய்யறது வந்து தன்னம்பிக்கை, செல்ஃப் கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் வித்தின் தி இண்டிவிஜுவல் வருது. ஓகே. So the extrinsic motivation comes from external factors such as rewards, grades, pride, recognition. இப்போ நீங்க வந்து வேற யாராவது மோட்டிவேட் பண்றது, or like இப்போ நான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு குட் சொன்னா அது ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷனா எடுத்துக்கிட்டு நீங்க பழகுறதுக்கு சரியா? So that is comes from external factors. So it can encourage learning through external incentives. So key aspects of extrinsic motivation: workplace application. As discussed in the Psychology Today article, extrinsic motivators like bonus, promotions, and recognition are commonly used to increase performance, but should be balanced with intrinsic motivators to maintain employee well-being. So in workplace, யாராவது work போறீங்களா? No, right? Work போயிருக்கீங்களா? போயிருக்கு. சோ அதுல வந்து லைக் எப்ப பார்த்தாலுமே உங்களை மேனேஜர் வந்து டிமோட்டிவேட் பண்ண என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? ஓ so okay, imagine that you are working at office. Okay, you are working at like a marketing agency or whatever, so your manager is like demotivating, you are not doing that properly like that. அப்படி சரி, அப்போ வந்து உங்களுக்கு எதுவும் மோட்டிவேட் ஆகாது தானே. அதே மேனேஜர் வந்து நீங்க நல்லா பண்றீங்க, சேலரி எல்லாம் கூட்டி தாரோம் அப்படி சொன்னா லைக் அது ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் தானே. அதுடா சேலரி கிடைக்க போகுது அப்படின்னு ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் தானே. So that is an extrinsic motivation. So intrinsic motivation என்னது? தன்னை தானே intrinsic motivation, self. So extrinsic motivation என்ன? ரிவார்ட்ஸ் வாங்குறது, ரிவார்ட்ஸ் வாங்கி நாங்க மோட்டிவேட் பண்றது. இது வந்து ரிவார்ட்ஸ், கிரேட்ஸ், பிரைஸ் ஆர் ரெகக்னிஷன். இப்போ வந்து நீங்க வந்து மிஸ் வேர்ல்ட் ஆகுறீங்க சரியா, அது ஒரு ரெகக்னிஷன் தானே. இல்லாட்டி ஒரு ஆக்ட்ரஸ் ஆகுறீங்க, அது ஒரு ரெகக்னிஷன் தானே. அப்போ ஒரு மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணுது, நான் இது பண்ணணும் அப்படி இல்லையா. ஃபேமஸ் ஆகணும் போது நீங்களே தன்னை மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணீங்க, ஃபேமஸ் ஆகணும் ஃபேமஸ் ஆகணும். ஸோ அது ஒரு எக்ஸ்டென்ஷன் மோட்டிவேட். ஓகே, வெயிட் லாஸ். அந்த வீடியோ இந்த வீடியோன்னு பார்த்து அந்த ஜிம் போடணும், ஸ்கின் கேர் அது பார்க்கணும், இந்த இன்ஃபுளுசரை ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும், இந்த யூடியூப் வீடியோ பார்க்கணும், அது சாப்பிடணும், இது சாப்பிடணும், நானும் வெளியணும். அதெல்லாம் வந்து என்னது extrinsic motivation. So okay, now you can leave. So that's it for today. See you all tomorrow. Okay, ask from down. I set them around 9. Yeah, the present. And I'll be sharing notes also after the learning theories. Okay, so you have to write notes on a proper book and count. Tomorrow. இல்ல நான் வந்து notes அனுப்புறேன் வேறயா. So you should, yeah, you should. Assignment, I don't know whether they will give their own assignment or I should prepare. I have to ask you. You all have assignment and presentations to do, everything, but I'll let me confirm with them. Okay, that's it.